everyone. My name is Artemis Swanson, and we welcome you back to Dolphins and Garages, the fun psychological experiment where we stretch out a program for as long as possible to test you psychologically, see how long you will continue feeding cheese into the Patreon machine. When we last saw our heroes, they had just defeated some assassins outside the Mystic Porpoise Tavern, having saved Falchion and definitely not Zach's life from the grips of these multiple assassins. Now, our heroes move on to try and search out the source of this assassin on the orders of Fulcrin, a dwarven ambassador from the Binian theocracy who was trying to make his way to a republic further east. We now join our heroes Draws, Isham, and Barry as they begin their search in the woods. So, you find yourself in a very coniferous forest. You see a lot of, these pine trees. They tower over you. A lot of this foliage that the guardsmen had used to basically conceal people in the neutral zone to prevent the neighboring nations from finding, their various revolutionary materials, stashes, secret lovers, any kind of things.
All three at once sometimes.
Oh, well, sometimes you love the bread, and sometimes the bread loves you back. Where would you like to proceed? What do you think it would be the best to look for here?
I have a quick question. Where are these woods lying? Are they to the north, south, east, or west?
So you are in roughly the western part of the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
So you're close enough that if you tried to walk to where the caravan from last time was located, you could probably get there. And you're also close enough northward that if you wanted to walk north into the Shekamian Empire, you could also do so. You're sort of towards this point of the neutral zone where you intersect a lot of different places.
Okay, so this is very close to Barry's home country. So he's a little nervous, but he's not really letting it show because he wants to try to prove to everyone that he's a tough guy. But he's very bad at it.
Well, he is a big tough boy, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also a big softy.
Yeah, I do not notice and appreciate having a big tough guy around.
Yeah. So you're walking along the road from the Mystic Porpoise, and you've come across sort of a fork here. One fork leads northward and will take you into the Shekamian Empire. You could go and investigate that way, maybe ask people if they saw anything, maybe check out with some of the independent militias that are guarding the neutral zone, or you could head westward, which is where Fulcrin said his caravan was hit.
I think checking the actual scene of the crime might be a good start. What do y'all think?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I also agree. Barry,
I mean, I'm no Sherlock here, but it seems like seeing how fucked up it is and the nature of said fucked upness might be a good jumping off point.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell a lot about how a human died by what is left over.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. So you begin walking down the western side of the fork. Do me a favor, all of you. Why don't you roll perception?
Oh boy. Already.
Ooh, oh crap.
Oh.
I need to pull up my
Oh.
dice.
I'm
Well,
so,
you can roll. You can roll. I will say you can roll either perception or investigation because you are very much investigating things.
Okay.
All right. Well, regardless, I rolled a 1, 4 total.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
I've got my face buried in a book or something. I don't fucking know.
I rolled a 16.
Okay. Rolling a d20. Got a 10.
Okay. So you and Isham don't necessarily see anything. We'll say, just for the sake of argument, that Garlet, who is with you, rolls something too. But he's stupid. He's not going to find anything. Yeah, he has rolled 1. So, you, Barry, because you're a little more familiar with the type of woods, you've hung out. You know the various animals that you used to chill and suplex. So you're noticing that maybe there's some tracks leading both to and from the area that you think the caravan is going to be. It looks definitely, you're not entirely sure what they are, but it definitely looks like these are, canine in origin. So just something for you to keep in mind, maybe, communicate to your party.
Okay, cool.
With that found, you are going to, I assume you're going to continue on down that path?
Actually, can I go ahead and make a, I don't know, animal handling check with that?
Okay, what do you want to do?
I just want to, actually, no, I think survival is the correct one. And I want to go down and sort of really look at them, maybe even kind of smell the dirt, see if I notice anything.
Get a good vibe check.
Yeah, get a little vibe check.
Yeah.
Of the old nature persuasion. Let's see it.
That one's not that bad. I got an 11 on that.
It's not, you're confirming essentially that this is something canine in origin, but you don't really.
Yeah, maybe
you're not finding any
maybe
new
they're
information.
too old, or there was gust of wind or something that blew away the scent.
Yeah.
Barry,
Yep.
what are you doing, buddy? You find some sticks? Find some rocks?
Oh, I saw these wolf prints. It might be a wolf. It might be one of those wolves that are small that don't have big faces. That everyone else outside of the forest has. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, buddy, dogs. They're like shitty wolves. Not good at killing like wolves, yeah. They're a lot more chill, I guess, but at what cost?
You cannot suplex them.
Duplex everything. I mean, sometimes some things just like to get little scratches behind their ears. I mean, I like a scratch behind my ear every once in a while. It's nice. But okay, I think they're going towards where we need to be going.
Having pointed that out, I would assume the party continues on.
Yeah, I think Isham just kind of shrugs and keeps walking.
Yeah.
Fucking dogs. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah, dogs, wolves, same thing.
They do stuff. Sometimes. All right, so you're walking along. As you're doing that, Garlet is sort of, looking over the pistols, making sure he's doing all right. Maybe Isham is, what's Isham doing?
I would say, picking his fingernails with a dagger. He is not
Yeah.
tuned in 90% of the time.
Yeah. Okay, so he's a little tuned out. He's definitely not focusing
I mean,
anywhere.
with that
What's
perception
Barry
of
up
one
to?
that I rolled earlier. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you have no
Yeah.
idea at all what is happening.
So Barry's looking really intently. He's trying to make it look like he's passing it off as, really, sort of trying to find out who done it. But really, he's, staring into the woods a lot more because he's afraid that, one of his tribespeople will notice him. He knows that they're not going to come out that far, but they might come out that far, and that worries him. So.
Okay. It's definitely, you're looking out for people, but you're not necessarily.
Yeah,
You're sort of out in space. Both of you are kind of.
it's 75-25.
Not. Yeah. Okay. So.
Preoccupied.
And as you're walking along still, and you're getting closer to the location, when a militiaman runs up to you. This is one of the local fellas. He is not doing very well. He has an arrow sticking out of his leg.
Ooh.
And he comes up to you. Excuse me. I couldn't help but notice that you've come this way, and maybe you look like you're a helpful bunch. Would you mind treating this arrow wound for me? I've been, I'm very, unpolitely shot in the leg.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, Barry, you got this.
Barry, very tenderly grabs the shaft of the arrow and sort of just tries to tug it out.
I think this is gonna hurt.
I would say roll medicine because usually pulling an arrow out can be a mixed bag of either being good or bad for the person. Yeah, this is there are consequences to this action.
We might kill this
Go ahead
guy.
and roll medicine for me.
Here goes nothing.
Oh no, that might not be great. It's a 9.
Okay. So, all right. So you pull the arrow out. Definitely, you've taken some leg with it. Unfortunately,
Oof.
I'm sorry.
this is not like a straight edged arrow. This is clearly these are not made to just wound. These are made to maim and cause problems. He's not he's hurting. He's oh my. He's just a line of obscenities as long as the border of an empire, and he's bleeding a little bit. So I'm gonna say maybe somebody else could try and roll, or if you work together, I'll let you have advantage on a medicine check to maybe staunch the bleeding in some way.
Yeah, I guess. Realizing the severity of this situation, all of a sudden.
So both of you roll medicine, and then
I got an 11 that
I'll
time.
let you take.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
I will let you roll twice and take the higher.
Let's see if I can manage a crit. Nope, second one's
Okay,
16. So that's a dirty 20.
20 is enough that you've taken out bandages from your adventurer's pack. Whether that's a bandage or probably what you've done is taken some rope to tie a tourniquet.
Just scraps of fucking whatever I got. Yeah.
Learned, I assume, at some point as a manager that when somebody is bleeding, if you just tie off and cut off circulation, they just stop bleeding miraculously. He doesn't know how that works, but you just know that it does work. So you've tied a
Blood's
tourniquet.
not coming out anymore, and that's less in dry cleaning bills.
Yeah,
so there you go.
Made a satisfactory tourniquet to the point that the man is going
No, you're gonna be fine. It's great now.
oh yeah.
And I'm gonna roll deception on that.
Okay. Okay. All right. This man. He has a wisdom score of 12. So let's see.
Okay, well that's an 8. What I roll?
He's like, you are bullshitting me. I do not believe you. This is
Keep in mind too, I have a +6 on that. So.
shot with an arrow. Wait, how did you get? Wait. You got an 8, so you rolled a 2.
Yeah, so I rolled a 2 +6. That's 8.
You are not very good at this. Yeah.
Getting
he
these out
doesn't
for
believe you
combat.
at all. Ow. Can you point me to the nearest, place where they might have medicine of some kind? I mean, I could go to the guardhouse. That's a long walk from here, though.
They got booze up the road.
I could carry you to the guardhouse. I feel really bad.
No. I think maybe, yeah, you maybe pull your punches a little bit on me. This arrow and whatnot.
Barry, buddy, we don't have time.
Barry's eyes are fully full of tears.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
cries.
It's like sad cat level of
Meow. Do you want to ask this guy anything before he leaves? There's a one conspicuous question I imagine some of you may have.
Did you see who did this to you?
Man, I'll be honest, I was just standing there. We'd heard, all these screams from the place out west, and I was heading that way, when suddenly I just, I felt this stinging sensation. I was like, if it's something, there's some bees in the forest, and they're pretty stingy if you try to take their honey. And I was like, this would be, it's nothing real. I look down, there's an arrow in my leg. And I'll be honest, after that, things are a bit of a blur other than, the pain and then the more pain. But yeah, no, somebody shot me. I don't know, maybe that arrow's got like the dude's signature on it. Some of these assassin types, they tend to do that. I'm gonna go like get medical attention.
Please be careful.
All right, yeah, you do that, buddy.
He's gonna go
That's so sad.
An uncertain fate. Yeah, you're noticing as he's walking away that that tourniquet is it's enough that it's kept his limbs in, but that's gonna leave a mark of some sort.
I wander back in, wondering what's going on with only one thought, which is the humanoid should not have fucked with bees.
Don't. That is a one
let them do their
story. Do not fuck with bees. So you have a bloody arrow. You have a bloody arrow in your hand, Barry, that you have not realized you have been holding because you have just been weeping. Do you guys want to take a look at that, maybe?
Yeah, I put a hand out and hand it to Isham.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, big guy. Give it here.
And I'm gonna go ahead and roll investigation on that.
What do you got?
Oh, these just solid gold rolls. That's a 9.
It's an arrow.
Yeah, and it's
we
pretty
are
bloody.
still
I'm pretty
level
sure.
one.
It's covered in
Give us some
blood.
credit.
It is very pointy. You would not want to be, for instance, shot with it. That is something that you would not enjoy. But other than that, it's just an arrow. Does maybe somebody else want to take a look at it? Somebody who knows a little bit more about arrows.
Then I think I'd like to take the arrow from Barry and analyze it with my beautiful optical eyes.
Yeah, beautiful special eyes.
Yes,
Use your
I'm gonna use my
eyes.
special
What do you
eyes.
get?
Gonna roll. 18. Wait,
That
plus
is
3,
a-
21.
That is an amazing roll.
Hell
a
yeah.
nice dirty
I'm
21.
I'm using my beautiful scan function as I turn it over in front of my eyes.
No, so this is a mastery of weapons. So this is a broad-headed arrow which has 6 individual barbs in it. Each barb breaks off into 2 other barbs. So it is essentially as if when you are being shot with this, it is like being shot with just a sea urchin, if there were such a thing in this universe. It's just a bunch of puncture wounds. It's made to basically rip and be even worse if you remove it yourself. And you notice actually towards the back where the feathers are, there's a symbol. It appears to look like an arrow, but the arrow seems to split into 2 points. You're not entirely sure what that is. You could maybe ask somebody about it, but that would be up to you if you wanted to maybe point out point out that little symbol.
What sort of symbol is this? Is this like some sort of symbol of manufacture? Is this some sort of like, if I'm using my arcana on this, does this tell me anything? History, perhaps.
I would say a history check. History check of some kind would be good. You can roll that.
I'd like to roll a history check on the symbol before I to investigate that in my memory banks before I go any further.
Yeah, let's check the old files. So give me a roll for
Okay. 8.
Yeah.
Wait. Do I add the history? I add the number next to history.
Yes, add that.
10.
Yeah, you're thinking like 2. The fact that it's 2 is probably significant. You're not really sure. As you're doing that though, Garlet volunteers to maybe take a look at it. Seeing as he is a weapons historian,
Fair point.
a famed weapons historian of his family, of no other weapons historians.
In my accessing of my memory banks to see what I know of weapons and their history, I have a brilliant idea. We have a weapons historian with us.
So he takes the arrow from your hand and he's looking at this symbol, and he's gonna roll a history check that is gonna be very funny if he fails. He has rolled lower than you.
Oh no.
He's like, I'm terribly sorry. There's 2 of it. I have no idea other than the fact that there is 2 points and 2 points. You are correct. It does seem significant somehow. Perhaps it is a manufacturer. Perhaps it is something else. The thought escapes me.
Oh my god, I forgot that was his accent.
Droz seems to have the conception that maybe there should be some sort of conventions made in order to prevent people from using these types of weapons in the future.
Despite the fact that some of my friends shoot similar weapons from their arm, I do believe we should not have these.
Yeah, this is evil. Okay, so you now have you have a bit of some things. You got a guy who got shot. You have an arrow, and you saw some tracks earlier. So I would say you're good to continue on. Internalizing maybe what that means.
Yeah, obviously wolves with arrows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolves that bark and shoot arrows. Yeah.
You were a very short distance from this group, so I'm gonna say how you're like close enough that you could sort of hear some things. How do you want to approach? Do you want to sort of go straight towards where the caravan is? Do you want to sort of sneak around the side and reconnaissance?
I think.
What is your strategy here?
I think our go-to, at least from I'd assume Barry and I have traveled through the forest before, and we're both fairly we stand out fairly well in the open. So
yeah,
this is true.
I kind of gesture to
So does probably the talking robot.
yeah, probably. I kind of gesture to the both of them as we get a little closer, and just give them a little like shh with my big hairy paws.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of like just fucking Dark Souls dive roll into a nearby bush and lurk through the bushes towards the source of the sound.
All right.
Yeah. I cast invisibility on myself.
You have invisibility?
It's a cantrip.
Oh right,
for Firbolgs.
oh my god, I forgot it. That's really cute.
That is okay.
This is how we've gotten away with some things because Barry's maybe not the most.
he's a lot of boy. That's a lot of boy to be hiding.
You have pulled the equivalent of putting a tarp over a massive yeti.
A white tarp in the snow over a
Yep.
Yeti. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Invisible. All right. How does
What do I do? What do?
yeah?
what
How
do I-
does is Draws a sneaky one? Is Draws?
Yeah, what's your
somebody...
dexterity?
Oh, 10.
Oh, that's
No,
not
it's
good.
not. No. I'm in. I have constitution and intelligence and wisdom. I'm a robot. I got brains.
Okay,
Word
And,
in my
you're
brain.
clearly in
I
need of a
walk-
little bit of WD-40. Yeah.
Yeah.
I walk over with to Isham in the forest, and I just go like, Psst.
Draws. We're over here in the forest. You could like hide behind a tree or something.
Okay. I am going to make it simple. I'm going to follow the two into the forest, crouching down as best I can as they do.
A little squeaky knees as you do it.
Garlet is going to look at you, all of you, utterly confused at what is happening, and he is going to continue walking down the road. You're sort of like cresting the hill of the forest towards this caravan. You're right, basically over it now. Go ahead and give me a perception check of the general caravan. You know that you can see it. You can see that there's an overturned wagon. Roll perception. Tell me what you've seen.
That's a dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
I have 11.
Okay.
11 also.
So those of you who rolled, let's roll for Garlet as well. See what he sees. Okay, Garlet sees it.
Garlet, fucking Garlet.
Garlet. I'd like to point out that Garlet wears glasses. The man can barely see something 20 feet in front of him, much less something 40 feet away. You're asking far too much for this man. Perhaps he should not have picked.
I'm gonna
ranged
throw this
weapons as
fucking
his
nerd in a
primary
locker.
Yeah, well, what you can see, those of you who rolled 11s, Draws, you see these four-legged animals. Those might have been the things you were talking about earlier. Barry, you're seeing a wolf or two. You're seeing a wolf or two, basically, poking around some of the overturned things and the corpses. Now, Isham, what your bulbous eyes spot is nothing but a horrifying display of there are wolves ripping apart these former guardsmen. Something, probably some form of fuel or alcohol, has sparked and is burning one of the corpses. There are roughly 9 wolves just orbiting and picking apart at this caravan. And
Jesus.
I mean, you are not kidding. You know, when Falkrin was saying that he was attacked, this is a bloodbath. There are like 20 dead soldiers. But other than that, you still feel the need, like, okay, maybe I need to get more information on what killed these guys, because you can see that there are weapons, but you're not sure what these folks were initially killed by before they were ripped apart by dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the dogs just happened to be the dogs happened to come across their first encounter with cooked food, and they're probably loving it.
Now, normally I
on their
would
way
say,
to domestication.
Yeah.
Now, normally I would say roll initiative, but something tells me that you guys have the potential to not have to fight these guys. Does any of you want to try and, negotiate, be a pacifist? I don't know. Any of you speak dog?
Yeah.
I can actually. I can talk. I can talk to animals.
Okay.
But they don't like. I can't really hear them back, but they can understand me. That's how it works with.
I think Isham kind of turns to the rest of the the non just standing out in the open like a jackass parts of the party, and kind of just like explains.
All right, y'all. Looks like we got an entire pack of wolves out there, kind of nibbling on the detritus. Now, the thing to do with pack animals like this is you make a lot of noise, scare the fuck out of them, and show them who's top dog. So, Barry, I'm gonna need your help on this one, big guy.
Yeah, I could try and scare them. I've played with wolves before.
Yeah.
These ones look kind of scary, but
2 of them have noticed you.
Well, I'm still invisible.
2 of them have noticed. They have noticed Draws, Isham, and they have definitely noticed Scarlet. You can. There's two ways. There's 2 ways of scaring. Garlet is very helpfully pointing to the funny gun he has, that he imagines would make quite a bit of noise. He wouldn't know. He's never fired that particular gun, but he assumes that guns.
A gun could probably help.
Like,
yeah, I was thinking.
Very-
So essentially, here's my idea. Come fucking just tearing ass out of the bushes, knife and short sword in each hand, and just screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah, I was gonna do the same thing.
You were gonna. Okay. You're gonna threaten.
Oh
them?
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Give him the old intimidation roll. Yeah, we're big boys. We're
Oh,
big
right.
fuzzy boys. They're smaller fuzzy boys.
Okay.
We clearly have the advantage.
Okay. So you're. Okay. All right. You're all gonna run out and just be.
Or at least the
yelling?
2 of us. How about Draz?
I imagine draws might like wheel themselves out and just be like ah.
What is this, fucking helper?
Garlet is decisively. Garlet is decisively not going to go with you. He's gonna like, yes, actually, I believe I will, in fact, not go on this. I will not run and yell at a group of 9 wolves. I had other things to do today other than be eaten by a pack of wolves.
Okay,
All right,
so-
roll intimidation. All
Fuck
three.
yeah.
Oh no!
Yes!
Why are you making me join you? I have a -2 on
That's
this.
a nat 20 for a 24 total.
Okay.
I rolled a 22.
I rolled a 5. I'm just swinging my arms in a circle, walking toward them.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll. So you've scared off basically successfully, like 4 of these wolves at least. But I'm gonna say these last 5 they're gonna roll. Actually, no. I'll say you scared off 5 because those are really good rolls. But 4 of them, I'm gonna have them roll some wisdom and see if they do. Okay, that guy's gonna run away from you. So is that guy. Okay, that guy's gonna fight. And that guy's gonna fight. So you now have 2 wolves. I'm gonna say roll initiative.
All right.
And they're gonna roll initiative too.
What does that mean I do?
Roll the
a
D20.
Add your initiative.
Yeah, there's
where's my
on your
initiative?
character sheet.
Oh, 0. Cool.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty normal for especially if
1.
you have Ted in dexterity.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, wait, that makes sense. Your initiative is based off of your
Okay,
dexterity.
well, I rolled an
so-
11.
All right, I rolled a 13.
Okay. What about Isham? What's Isham rolling? Charlotte should roll 2, actually.
Okay, that's a 17.
All right. So initiative order is it's gonna go Isham, then a wolf, then Barry, then Garlet, then Dross, then a wolf. If we even make it to the second wolf, and if we even make it to Dross, I am going to be amazed. You have turned a deadly encounter into a decidedly deadly encounter for these 2 wolves. Okay. All right. Isham, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking just ape mode over to the fucking closest wolf and start slashing at him.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah, go ahead. Let me see. What is AC is 13. You gotta beat that.
Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and roll with short sword first and foremost. Oh.
Okay.
That's another crit,
All
baby.
right. That's
25 total.
yeah, 25 total. Okay, that's gonna hit. Why don't you roll damage for me?
Yeah. So that's 2d6 plus 3. Let's see what that is. That is gonna be 11.
Yeah. How'd you do it?
I just chop its fucking head off like fucking what's that show? Korgoth of Barbaria. Yeah, Korgoth of Barbaria style.
You go to swing your sword, and as you've hit the wolf's neck, it's like you can't describe it. It's like you've cut through the finest goat butter. It is just the softest neck tissue.
Delectable.
Any illusion that there were bones or vertebrae in that neck goes away. And just for a little bit of insult to that wolf's dignity, as your blade slips out, it sort of tumbles as it leaves the skin and sort of turns to the side, and you've actually batted the wolf's head across the forest. In editing, I'm
Beautiful.
certain there'll be some of the like Wii Sports home run noise, unless that gets us sued. Yeah, so that wolf is pretty decidedly fucking dead.
Cool. Is the second one within 10 feet?
Oh geez.
Is
oh
it?
geez. It's 11 feet away. Sorry, man.
Oh,
just
okay,
out of
well.
range. What a shame.
And I assume I used my full 30 feet of
Well,
movement,
yeah,
of course,
yeah,
getting to the
because
first
you were
wolf.
sprinting at it.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh,
so we're
of
gonna
course.
I guess we'll go to the wolf now. The other wolf. No, that was the dumber wolf. Like I said, we're not even gonna make it to that wolf. It's gonna attack you, I guess.
Oh, wait. Before we do that, I just checked my 2-weapon fighting. I can throw a weapon as my second attack, as my little bonus action.
Go ahead and throw a weapon, but roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
I just please. I need this to last longer than 5 seconds. Other people want to play.
Oh, I have some bad news for you. Okay, I'm screenshotting this so you know I'm not full of
Another
shit.
crit?
Yeah.
You have to be kidding me.
Yeah, I just fucking solid snaked my way through these wolves.
All right.
All right.
So what
well,
did you
time to
throw?
roll
What
2d4 plus 3
did-
piercing,
2d4
I
yeah,
guess.
roll damage, I guess.
Okay, that's 9 damage. And just for good measure, I'm gonna go ahead and add on my surprise attack.
Okay.
So that's an extra 2d6 damage.
What?
Let me roll that real quick. Oh yeah, that's a bugbear feature, baby. It's broken as shit. It's great.
I should have.
Okay, but that's only 3 damage though.
You've done 12 damage. So what are you throwing?
A dagger.
Okay.
Just right between the eyes. I'm thinking.
you to the defiance of God's will, throw a dagger perfectly as the wolf goes to bark at you, and it just perfectly goes right down its gullet, slices through everything, all of the organs that I assume wolves are made of, just goes right through that and comes out the other end.
Just all the wolf.
All of it.
Toe to
And
tip.
that wolf
Yeah.
just like an anime villain just splits in half.
Artemis.
And falls down.
I'm so sorry. I Brock Samson your wolf
You have
puzzle.
ended the encounter. I'm gonna save those wolves for later and see if we can't do something with them. Okay, so you are now out of combat.
I lower my weapon with an emphatic.
Good work, team.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, nice teamwork.
Barry's just kind of sad looking at the bloodshed and like,
You didn't have to go that hard.
It's okay, big guy. It's okay. They were mean.
Barry kind of just like looks away. He's really sad about it.
Oh my god. Okay, so now you camp to yourself a bunch of picked apart human corpses and then 2 just obliterated wolf corpses. What would you folks
Yep.
like to do?
I assume we have to like try and figure out what the fuck is going on, like who attacked, like why are they on fire?
Yeah, root around a little bit.
Do
Yeah.
some investigation checks.
Alrighty. Now watch me finally. I was telling y'all earlier, I'm rolling all these shit rolls early and then doing great. That's a 14 actually. So all right.
I 15 minus 1, so I also rolled a 14.
Gang
Okay,
gang.
let's roll for Garlet. Let's see if Garlet sees anything. Oh, Garlet is not blind for once in his life. Garlet has rolled a lovely
Nice.
mod 20. Yeah, so you guys are getting a pretty good lay of the land. Obviously, you're picking around corpses. You can confirm that all of these uniforms pretty much fit, they fit the old theocracy pretty well. You'd imagine that Fulcrin would, know their names and probably have, some, nice words of remorse to say about their deaths. You can also see that they have just been utterly obliterated. You see some of those same arrows that were in the leg of the other guy. Obviously, there's wolf bites on quite a bit of them, and any meat or rations they had has been obviously taken by the wolves that got away. I'm certain if you sorted through the bits of one of the wolves, you might find some jerky or something in there. But really, your attention lies on this burning wagon. You sort of head towards there as a group. As Garlet is searching for more pistols to steal. And
What a pervert.
yeah, you're looking around. Something about the wagon seems off. There's definitely supply bags that were in there, things that are worth stealing. But it's so odd because it seems like the center of this wagon is just dramatically bare. There's no bags anywhere in the center of it. There's no usually when you take a wagon of this size, you'd bring provisions, and you'd have the back of that, at least the main floor covered. But this just seems weirdly like there should be something there that is gone. I'm wondering if you guys want to do anything else, if you want to speak amongst yourselves.
Well, obviously seems like something's missing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, like, this place is, well, picked over is maybe not the right word. Fucked, I was kind of thinking might be more appropriate, but yeah, I mean, look at that. Like, that's like a prime spot for, like, goodies, right?
Rightly toddle-waddled, if you ask me.
Yeah, hey, Garlet, show me on this diagram where the fuck I asked.
Oh, how tantalizingly rude of you.
He kind of points. He just happens to have like a piece of paper, like it's like a receipt or something, and he points to it. As he pulls it out of his pocket and just points with a big lanky claw, just to really sell the demeaningness of it, I guess.
You guys are assholes.
Garlet's an asshole. He sucks.
Animals and people. Yeah, you've murdered.
Look,
two
that
animals,
was
and
population control,
Yeah, they might have posed a threat to you
if I didn't
fucking
just fucking ultimate ninja warrior them out of existence. But
your castle doctrine.
Look, it's a very simple food chain here in the forest, right? Wolves eat Bambi, and I eat whatever I want because I'm big and have knives.
And have spears. All right. I guess you have a lot of things. Do you want to? I mean, you've got a ton of arrows. You want to take another shot at looking at arrows, or maybe you want to see if any of these guys is alive. You could resuscitate them.
Wasn't there something about an engine in this caravan? There appears to be something missing.
Yes, I do believe that there must have been something of status that Falkren had said. I mean, why else would you take such a long voyage? Not merely for diplomacy, but if you're headed towards the Republic, you'd have to give something to show the development and the value of partnership.
And something has me believing it wasn't those wolves that made off with it.
I kneel down to Isham's ear and I say, "Psst."
Well, what is it, big guy?
Oh, what's a engine? What's an engine? Engine?
Oh, it's like you take a metal box and you put a lot of explosions in it, and those explosions make things move.
I don't get it.
I'll show you later, buddy.
Do not worry. No one does.
Says the sentient engine. I do not know how I work. What is my purpose?
It's really sad, honestly.
I mean, same.
That's called depression.
If my check engine light as a human being comes on, I'm just gonna keep driving, so to speak.
And that is what we do.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, you just retreat from society and go to a gas station and buy 4 Monster Energy drinks
And some Takis.
and some Takis.
The time scale over which you consume said Takis and monsters, is intentionally vague.
This is all real. This is all real game world. Except it's made of little
so I
monsters.
think something to look for would probably be any sort of
Residue?
tracks or it being drug or anything like that might be good.
Yep.
All right. Give me an investigation check, I suppose. Another one of those.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, another one of those?
Look, how about you fuck off?
Okay, that's
All
a
right,
10
that's,
right there. That's
that's
right up and down the
probably
middle.
not gonna find anything.
I got a 13.
That's not gonna find
fucking
nothing.
4.
You guys are really bad at finding engines. You guys are you're like the AutoZone employee that I had a fight with the other. Okay, so you don't see anything of value. I mean, we'll just see. Maybe Garlet will roll and for once see something. He has rolled a 2.
Garlet.
Oh no.
blind. Okay, so you're not entirely sure. So sort of your last idea is, I guess, there was that guard post at the other side of the fork you could walk back to, check out with those guys. Anyway, it seems like whoever these guys are, these assassins, it seems like they must have been going that way, because they had attacked that guy from the side. So they must, I mean, if they didn't go anywhere, I guess you could have looked for tracks. There were definitely tracks maybe they scouted, and like some tracks leading into the wagon. You're not entirely sure they didn't look like they went down the road east. You would have seen that.
Right. So does it kind of look like if we're looking at it like where they may have like ambushed us from, does it look like they were coming from the Shikamian Empire or the Theocracy?
You can pretty fairly confirm that it's not from the Theocracy. Like,
okay.
If they moved anywhere, they'd been moving through the neutral zone. I guess maybe they could have been moving from Shikamian.
Okay.
You're not entirely sure who these folks are.
All right, so they were heading west to this sort of direction. They didn't necessarily come from the north.
Yeah, they were headed west, and it seems like they got whatever they wanted, and they've headed off some direction.
Okay. Yep. I guess the best thing to do probably would be to go check out the guard tower, see if they saw anything.
Yeah. I will say that
Yeah.
you walk down that way. You're familiar with the path. You walk down it already. You reach there pretty quick. The sun's like maybe starting to sink in the sky a little bit. Those pine trees it's getting to the point where it's going to be dark in the woods. But you reach this guard post. There's one or two guards hanging out right near the border, and they turn to you as you get there. And the guy who seems like he's in charge, he's got a little sash, a little scarf. He walks up to you guys. Well, howdy there. I'm Sergeant Carladin of the local militia here. What can I help you fellows with?
I raise my hand and say,
Hi, we're trying to see if someone saw someone get shot, and if they saw some people take an engi thing.
Engine, buddy.
Engine. It's like a box that has fire in it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to be a little more specific in the getting shot department. We are here at the militia are notorious for getting shot, as that is mainly what we do here. Last time I fired my weapon at anyone without being shot was approximately 40 years before the Great War. I am 200 years old and full of arrows.
Did you see one of your friends get shot with an arrow that looked all spiky and scary?
Tom came down the road a little while earlier. He told me some giant man of some kind pulled out an arrow from his leg. He said it was an arrow, quote unquote, made of a hive of angry hornets. He did not specify, the other elements of it. He said he did not know much. He went down to the tavern.
I produced the arrow from we still have it?
Yes.
I produced the arrow and hand it to Barry.
It was me. I did that. I was the giant man, I guess.
Yeah, he's gonna bleed to death.
Well, what are you gonna do? Cost of doing business. Anyway.
I start crying.
That's it's not. I mean, maybe I'm being a little dramatic. He's not gonna have the leg anymore.
Barry, buddy, it's okay. A lot of people don't have legs.
Barry's like, his eyes are filled with tears.
Hey, don't worry. You know what they say sometimes. It's a tough business. It's a leg. It costs an arm and a leg to get into it. Costs an arm and a leg to get out of it.
That's what they say. Yep.
I ratchet myself several inches up on my own legs, just as a, just like rocking on my heels or something.
Just to check you've got them, yeah.
I've got legs. Did they take them? He's sort of looking at the arrow, and he's looking very thoughtfully. I'm gonna actually have him roll a history check. Let's see if anyone fucking knows anything about this goddamn arrow. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, this is a main piece of work. You get these in some of the foundries out east, but likely, somebody got shipped in, from either up north or maybe down south in the kingdom. These are some, assassin types they've been hired. As for this little symbol here, I gotta be honest, that two seems pretty significant. There's this factory, I believe, in Shikami and up north, about 40 miles, 40 clicks or whatever from here, that I think maybe might know about how something like that would be made. If you want to check that out.
Okay. Thank you.
Does anybody else have anything to say?
I just gotta shoot him a look. Not like a dirty look. Just like a look. Just glance him up and down real quick as we head out.
Shoot him?
That's not a bad idea now that you say it.
You want to take it? You want to make an insight check, maybe?
I would be happy to make an insight check.
Oh, that's a 22 for me.
Yeah, 21 for me.
I'm gonna take away your dice.
You fucking take it out with D&D Beyond, buddy.
Yeah, apparently. What the fuck? Okay.
You know what? I'll just for shits and giggles,
not-
I'll throw one.
Okay, go ahead.
13.
Yeah. Okay. Nice
Your
work,
eyes are
buddy.
too filled with tears to really know what's going on right now.
Yeah, you are still crying.
He cries a lot, alright? Give him a break.
He's emotional. It happens. He's not lying, right? It seems like he's basically just spitting off the top of his dome. I mean, it doesn't seem like anybody really knows this symbol. Again, that 2 keeps coming up. You're not sure how that's significant, but he's a guy who knows weapons. He's seen a lot of weapons. He wouldn't be making something up unless he thought it was perhaps significant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for helping us out.
Yeah, some help.
Yeah, thanks.
I walk up, I take the arrow back from this person, I look at the arrow, and I say back to them, mimicking their own voice.
There is something that you are not telling us.
Whoa. Well, there's no need to get into identity theft here. Listen, I'm gonna be straight with you. That factory up there is a mean piece of work. They've got shit, Common Empire's been pretty militant lately anyway, in the way they've talked about the border, but I'm certain that a factory of that size and significance would warrant quite the security detail. They would not like it for people to go poking around. So if you're gonna go up there, I'd maintain some caution.
I think we're a safe group of people.
Yeah. To demonstrate this, Garlet is going to
no.
attempt to do a funny
Oh,
performance
no.
check where he spins his pistols entertainingly. Okay. He does it. It's not the most impressive thing in the world, but he didn't do what I expected him to do, which was shoot himself in the foot.
But enough about the Democrats, am I right?
Okay, all right. Cut that.
I'm
Cut
very
that.
funny.
This was the apolitical show. It's not apolitical at
Yeah,
all.
you
We're very
listen.
political.
I'm just a common militiaman, but at least I'm not a Democrat.
I say to this person,
Thank you. But perhaps you have not seen what our friend here can do to a wolf.
Isham is kind of picking his teeth with a dagger. He's kind of checked out. but then he like gives a big big old bugbear smile. And I'm gonna roll intimidation to go along with that.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That is a fresh 9.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, it's good to have dental health, I suppose. Are you guys gonna go? Like, I've got to close the gate down. I've got a pot of soup probably hanging out for me. Like, my shift ends soon. Are you going?
I love how he's just so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can go.
I have no need of soup. We will be on our way.
All right. So you are going to you're going to step past the guard post into the borders of the Shakamian Empire. Is that something you wish to do?
Yeah. Let's do a little trespassing.
I mean, yeah, Barry's a little nervous, but he's okay with it. He kind of turns to everyone. He's like,
Okay, I know how to get through here, cause it's where my tribe is from, but let's try and avoid them, cause Isham and I ran away from there like a while ago, and I don't think they're gonna be happy.
Yeah, buddy, don't worry. I know how family can be.
Okay. So you've got a number of ways that you can approach. You were basically told that this place is directly north. However, if you go directly north, you are likely going to pass through those woods and run into your people again.
Do we have a way of making it to this place by nightfall, or is it night already?
Oh, you're gonna make it as far into the. You can always set up camp. You have the materials to do so. You have bedrolls. You should have everything. You can choose to do a long rest, on the road, or you can try and make it to the first town.
You don't have to worry. It is called the Bloody Forest, but it's not because of blood. It's because the berries that grow here are red like blood.
Oh, well.
But they don't taste like
Yeah,
blood.
there's nothing to worry about.
They taste like berries.
Good. Only that other part of the forest is made of blood.
Yes, kind of.
Are you seriously? I'm telling you, get the fuck out of my goddamn gatehouse.
Eat your soup. Eat your fucking soup. Don't worry about us. Eat your fucking soup.
We're on the other side of the gate. What more do you want?
I'm closing the gate. All right, see y'all.
All right, close the gate.
Yeah, close the gate. As you can hear distantly as you are walking deeper into the Shakamian Empire, you hear a wailing of some sort. It sounds a lot like the guy you had an arrow for. You would expect that's probably because he's having his legs sawn off.
Oh, well, at least he's got soup.
He's not. Weird. There's a scream that says, "What? No soup?"
What do you mean you ate all the soup?
they use the pot of the soup to
Oh
cauterize.
no!
That's a tactic.
No.
That's a tactic. All right, you are walking in. I'm gonna say you guys want to bed down to a long rest.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah, that
It
sounds
seems smart.
That sounds
All right.
nice.
So you set up camp. You're sort of like, let's say you're like, 6 miles in. You walked a little bit into the night. You've bedded down. You've slept. I assume Isham has probably cleaned some of the dog blood off of his weapens. The rest of you,
yeah, enough of it.
The rest of you have no problems because you did not even see combat. You killed an assassin once, but that was from range. You wake the next day. There is a man standing over you. He is armored. He has a musket, and he does not appear to be happy with you.
Standing over who specific? Just us generally? Yeah.
He's standing over probably the guy with all of the knives, who still smells like blood.
I mean, it's rare that Isham does not smell like blood, but okay. Does he have the musket pointed at me?
He's got it. He could get it on you, close and fast enough that you would have to be really quick to get him, disarm him of some kind.
Okay.
So this isn't a eyes blink open to the barrel of a gun situation.
No, it's like this is a
Okay.
man who has stumbled upon you, and he is not happy. And he would like to know what you're doing, but he's not like about to shoot you in the face.
Cool.
Should have used that alarm before we went to bed.
Yeah, that would have been good.
So what would I roll then, my dear dungeon master, to hop up real quick, so we're at least on equal footing? I want to talk to him, man to man.
That would be acrobatics.
All right, let's see if I can pull that off.
That'd be acrobatics, but
Okay,
if
that's
you,
a 7. But if I what, Artemis?
If you had succeeded, I would have made you roll probably some resistance, because I would have had him immediately hit you in the face with the butt of his rifle.
Okay. But luckily,
yeah.
this is less of a backflip up into combat stance, and more of a like, oh god, my back.
Yeah,
You sort of do the worm backwards.
you stretch, you yawn, you think about life for a second. You're like, hey, yo, what's up?
Yep, that's exactly how Isham talks.
That's Isham would talk. A little more rude though.
Hey there, homeboy. What's the haps?
What?
Barry gets up and is looking a little angry.
What is it you 3, 4? What is it you are doing here?
Sleeping, obviously, until we were so rudely awakened.
That is not quite my question. You are inside the borders of the Shakamian Empire. Are you aware of that?
And?
Yeah, but you're in Firbolg country. I need you to know that.
Yeah, he's got a point.
And Barry is trying to sound as scary as he
I'm gonna
can.
roll a wisdom check
With, like,
see if
little
that
sleepies in his
affects
eyes.
him at all. Yeah, he'd rolled a nat 20. He sees right through you.
Well, yeah, because he can turn invisible. All right, that was stupid.
Well, I appreciate the attempt to intimidate me. I'm going to have to ask you for your papers to move into this area.
Yeah, papers, right. Barry, we got our papers, right?
Real quick, I have a history question, if this is relevant. In your world, where was I manufactured? Where did we decide that was?
Well, okay, you were not clear on whether or not you remember necessarily all of the factors. In the war, a lot of these robots were made, like, in the northern part of the Binian theocracy, so you would have been way up north. But the main thing that you can say is, like, probably you're from the north. Maybe you've been to this area. I don't know if you would have, like, any way of identifying yourself to the Shakamians. They're not super
Really, what I was
familiar.
curious about is the fact that I am a robot relevant to these people. Like, I could just, like, bluff my way through it. But it sounds like I would be of an enemy
Yeah, like
society.
Yeah, you're not the Shakamian version of a Furby or something.
Yeah, other than, like, the border guards who keep weapons, this is a very magic-y place.
Okay.
Like, you would not be the most understood.
Right. Okay, so I can't do the thing I was thinking of. That was my only question. Go on. You were both discussing. Okay. I mean, unless you have a suggestion of a thing that I would do in that situation, but I don't think that makes any sense. I can't.
Well,
I can't. Like,
it seems like
he's
looking pretty expectantly, as if you have. He's like, I assume if you come into this country, you have papers. You have some way to. You have a purpose for going somewhere. Can you at least tell me a purpose?
Oh yeah, of course. Here, 1 second.
And then I kind of like so what I want to do is draw his eyes away from Barry, and then gesture to like raise my eyebrows or something at Barry so he can turn invisible.
Okay. That's gonna be a sleight of hand
All right,
check.
cool.
Well, here, my friend, if you'll take a look right here.
Here, and I produced the same fucking like piece of paper or whatever I had earlier.
This is a drugstore receipt.
Oh, that's a 7.
It's for lotions.
Can I ask one?
Why would?
Oh, can I
Yeah,
ask one more
go.
question? So the thing we know about the engine is that, just as a general concept, it was being transported from the theocracy, potentially?
It was being, it was transferred from the theocracy because that's what the ambassador told you.
Presumably this place, possibly? What is that? Sorry, real quick. What is the diplomatic relationship between these two places? I should know that, right?
Like 20 years earlier, they were at war.
But there is diplomacy now?
More or less.
Not great. They talk, and they're not currently at war, but it is still very tense between
It's like
them.
a China-India situation.
It's more like a Pakistan-India situation.
Oh, okay.
God.
So worse.
Oh, so this is not.
Yeah, so these
And
two...
we're currently in Jammu.
Okay. See, what I'm hoping to do, and maybe you can just tell me, meta game with me for a second, so it's useful or not. It's
Playing this space with me.
Yeah. Just like, can I present myself as like some sort of diplomatic gift or thing of the cultural exchange, tech exchange, something between these two empires, or is that just absolutely unreasonable?
If you did that, you would probably want to have papers, and also if you were going to do that, we could say rewind, but I don't think that is necessarily going to work in your favor. But I do think you would have a tough time explaining why you have the group of people you have with you.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get the diplomatic lay of the land here. I've got no.
Also,
I'm out of ideas. I'm starting to lean towards activating fog cloud.
Also, Charlie, to
Yeah.
answer your other question, we're going into the Shikamian Empire because the arrow that was shot at that one guardsman may have come from a factory up in the Empire.
Right. I definitely don't want to tell this guy that.
Right.
Yeah. So what I was thinking was we pull some smoke and mirrors. I think fog cloud especially would be very helpful here.
I got
and then
smoke.
Barry puts him in a headlock.
Incidentally, I've also got. I don't know. Never mind. I don't have a mirror. But sorry. Go ahead.
You probably have some sort of mirror inside your component somewhere.
You're gonna want to stop at like a department store along the way.
Okay. Well, anyway, I approve of this plan. There's nothing for me to do to jump
I
in
do too.
as my existence.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry. Let's continue.
So he's going to once again. He's like, okay, do you have at least have some reason to be here? Correct?
Oh, absolutely. We're traveling through for we're a band. Yeah.
Oh yes, you are a band. Oh, I am quite a big fan of the arts.
Oh, of course.
He's going to aim the musket at you and say, why don't you put on a performance of sorts?
Let's put on a performance.
I don't know. Barry's really upset. He's just gonna go and try and grapple him regardless.
All right, big guy. Time to put on a show.
In character
So,
as well. Yeah.
So so I grapple you. I believe then it's you have to make a athletic saving throw or a strength saving throw.
Okay.
And it has to beat a 20.
Oh, big boy.
Seriously?
It's big boy hours.
Okay. All right. It's got to be 20, huh? He's got strength save. Got to be 20.
Let's see it.
Does not beat 20. He has been grappled. As you go to like grab him, you manage to get him in a hold of some kind, but he does discharge his weapon up into the air. There's a massive blast from the rifle.
Oof.
I mean, if any one of you were very magically inclined, you could tell that there was obviously some sort of magic infused into the weapon.
What is magically inclined? Is that Arcana? I got shitloads of that.
Yeah, give it a
Yeah,
roll.
why don't you roll
Okay.
Arcana?
20.
Fuck yeah, 20s across the board.
15 plus 5.
This luck is gonna run out at some point, guys, and it's gonna be bad.
Oh, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it.
So you can tell, basically, the Shikamian Empire is very integrated with magic. Any technological advancement they make has to channel magic in some way. So rather than using like an explosive or powder to propel a musket ball, what they do is that they use various types of magic like lightning or fire to basically create a rail gun that superheats the round to such a degree that it transfers into kinetic energy and launches it out of the barrel at supersonic speeds. So that sound you're hearing is the channeling of magic into a thunderclap inside the barrel, and then a sonic boom as the bullet breaks.
Wow, real glad that did not that is not pointed at me anymore. Cool, good.
Yeah, no, that was probably a good call. Except there's a little bit of a problem with when a gun goes off.
People hear it.
Which is that you're hearing in the distance. Someone was alarmed by that, and it's especially alarming when the guy starts saying, "Please help me! I have been grabbed by I have been grabbed by something."
Barry is a little angry at this, that he's not recognizing the.
He's a mere
sovereignty
something.
of
Come on.
Yeah, he doesn't recognize the sovereignty of his people, so he holds on a little bit tighter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe you had some inane questions for us, such as where our papers are. We don't have papers, and we're passing through regardless.
Very accurate.
I was going to ask you where your papers are, because if you do not have papers, I was going to escort you to the customs office to get some. You fucking idiot.
Is he like tearing up a little bit?
Well, he's being choked.
Yeah.
Barry
Choked by a bear.
Barry angrily growls in his ear.
This is my forest. I could walk through here if I want to.
And his eyes start to darken.
I assume my fellow guardsmen are going to be on the way. And he starts just yelling out for help. You're starting to hear movement towards
I really think we should gather our shit and leave.
Yeah. I think
that's probably not a bad idea.
I would like to quickly roll up presumably Barry's bedroll and throw Barry's things on my back, because I don't need a bedroll.
Yeah, Barry sleeps in the dirt. He's fine.
Oh, you're fine? Okay, I don't know how you do this. Yeah. Do you have any shit for me to pick up?
No.
Oh, great. Then
Garlet is...
Garlet.
Yeah.
Oh, Garlet.
Garlet, as if entranced, is going for the rifle.
Fine. All right.
Ooh, shiny. I assume you guys are gonna.
Yeah,
roll
I
away.
think that's probably the way to go.
Does Garlet get the rifle? I think one of us should get the rifle.
He's gonna grab the rifle first. You can talk about it later.
Someone's gonna grab the rifle. Good.
What's the best way to knock this guy out?
I would like to just fog cloud and run.
Yeah, give him the old octopus escape.
Yeah.
That's probably a much better thing than me trying to headbutt him.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You also you can just do a cheeky little knockout game, punch him in the back of the head. Oh man, these some drunken hooligans killed this man.
That's how it goes.
I'm going to
walk around our part of the woods, motherfucker.
I'm gonna pump out a cloud of smoke from my body as soon as we've gathered our things to obscure the direction in which we run.
Okay.
And which way are you gonna run? You can run. You can run either northwest or northeast. Northeast is gonna be away from the guards. It's also gonna be towards the forest.
I mean, that's probably the place.
That's the safest place to go, even though I know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's it gonna be?
Let's run into the forest. Barry drops this guy as the smoke cloud appears, kind of snapping out of whatever anger he was in, and then he's like, "Oh," and then he starts heading that direction with his friends.
Excellent. So you guys are going to run into the forest. And
Scatter.
Yeah. You're hearing there's an angry mob after you.
Not the first
there's
time.
Just
Not the first time this has happened for sure.
people are yelling in their various in their strange foreign tongue. It's like Sacre Bleu. I am from Shikamian Empire. Magic Tower. It's just Shikamian things, and they are chasing after you. You make it into the tree line. Make a stealth check to basically quickly find cover so they do not
I'm great
see
at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 25.
Oh my god.
I've got a +7. I have expertise at level 1.
Okay.
I got a 10.
Okay.
Still, I got a 13.
Okay. Let's have Garlic roll,
no,
I guess.
not garlic.
Garlic roll.
Anyone but garlic.
Does anyone want to assist Garlic?
I'll
so
pick
he
him
can
up.
Roll again. Yeah, good idea. Yeah, that's a 12. He's fine. You get into the forest. You keep your heads down. The mob runs toward the tree line, but they don't immediately see you, and they're way too concerned about going into the trees themselves that they all sort of they look for a little bit, but then they sort of disperse. And as you do it, you sort of reconvene quietly to figure out your next move.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Barry turns to the group, realizing that this at least draws his first time seeing Barry like really angry.
And probably draws his first time running from the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah. For all I know, I don't remember much. I may have been the cops.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Whoa.
Engen.
Engen.
But yeah, Barry turns to everyone and it's
It's like, oh, I'm sorry about that. I didn't want to hurt him. I just get angry sometimes. It's okay though, right?
and it's like starting to cry again.
Oh, come here, big guy.
And Isham kind of reaches up a big long bugbear arm and pats him on the back.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that persuasion to make him feel a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, do you truly believe he should feel better, or are you trying to make him?
It doesn't
a good
matter
point.
either way. Either way, Barry is going to like take it.
All right. I think
Okay.
I think
say
this is
you do it successfully.
sincere enough for it to be persuasion rather than deception, even though I have a better number on that one, but fucking whatever. Oh, that's a nat 1. +4, it's a 5.
Barry starts crying.
Oh no!
And as he cries, you sort of make your way deeper into the forest, not sure what is to come, because your main guide has been a little bit distraught. And we'll have to see what that leads to next time.
I can't believe the last thing I did this fucking game was make Barry cry! Oh no!
Hey everyone, Barry Picker here. I don't really know what to say, but Isham told me to tell you all thank you for being patrons. I'm not really sure what that means, but thank you. And bye.
Whoa. Hey folks. Looks like I ducked away just in time from all the action to get into the shoutout corner. We are a community-supported sister show to Psychic Dolphin Garage, so we would like to thank some of our donors. We would like to thank Scott, Jorge, Knott, and Tim for donating at $10 a month or more, and the Warlock Phosphorus, Abby, Alex, Alan, Andrew, Brady, Broobs, Caleb, David, Eli, Ian, John, Lizzie, Malwin, Olive Lotion Wizard, Phil, Richard, Rufus, Dr. Sophia, the brilliant Dr. Fly, and Tyler for donating at $5 a month or more, and Reverend Lawn Gnome Hollywood, Alan, Bite Size Podcast, EMD Stowers, Jack, Kenzo, Ryan, and Ted for donating at $1 a month or more. Special thanks to artist I'm a Boy for creating the official Dolphins and Garages character portraits that you can find on all of our social media. And another special thanks to Loyalty Freak Music for their amazing music. Please go check out I'm a Boy and Loyalty Freak Music. Their contact is in the description. If you would like a shout out,
be one of the first to receive the podcast, have an NPC named after you in a future episode, and access to all of our amazing Psychic Dolphin Garage bonus content, including interviews with labor organizers and extended riffs with our podcast guests, then please consider donating. Just go to patreon.com/Psychic Dolphin Garage for more information. Are you an independent artist or creator who's making a tabletop or fantasy related project that's looking for a shout out? Want to advertise your Etsy shop full of handmade dice bags or soaps shaped like D20s? Well, whatever you have, please contact us at dolphinsandgarages@gmail.com or follow the link in the description. Also in the description, you can find all of our social media and other forms of contact. Oh, it looks like the action is about to pick up again. Well, I gotta get back to playing, so enjoy the rest of the episode, and we'll see you in the garage.